anime, Release the Spyce. Out of all the custom animes, this one is my favorite. Now, what is Release the Spyce? Release the Spyce is based off of a collab that is going to be in the future with me and this cosplayer named Spicy Stars. Now, Spyce is where we get Release the Spyce. If we go back to a couple of videos, Spyce was one of my side chicks that was supposed to do a Soul Ear collab with me for cosplay. I was supposed to be Black Star and Steve was supposed to be Tsubaki. And it was really drew my attention, but the catch-22 of that is that it was only to lure me in, and I broke up with Spyce because he failed to make me a BML provider. And it was very dope. The idea, how she came, and she actually is a good cosplayer, but you know, I'm gonna save that. Release the Spyce, and it all revolves around this girl named Awkwafina, who I'm saving for season 2, but there's also the main character who is Awkwafina's sidekick. In her name is Momo Minamoto in the anime, but in real life her name is Retrix. So literally, this is an anime about girls that are spies, which is wordplay called Release the Spyce. And Release the Spyce is about Momo Minamoto and a running gag that I have in real life because Awkwafina literally has a sidekick, and there was this literally this biggest running gag. Everybody knew me. Every cosplayer knew me from fanmade, every cosplayer knew me from Crunchyroll, and how this all broke down was the same as Spice War at Cloud. Retrix had this really fascination with me because of my relationship with Awkwafina. And the great thing about this is the running gag in real life went like this. Everybody thought that Retrix was my main, but Awkwafina was my main. And that was crazy because Retrix came way late. Literally, when we had established she came late, there were so many cosplayers that were ahead of her, but she literally rose through the ranks because of how much work she put in, because of her fascination over me. And so, Momo Minamoto is based off Retrix in real life. So literally, this is running gag that no matter how hard she tries, she will never be Awkwafina, but she's literally second in command. And so literally, that is the dopest custom anime they've made so far, and it has a lot of action, but it also has a lot of comedy. It references a whole lot of stuff, my cosplay life, and literally, it all revolves around Spyce, Awkwafina, and Retrix. And literally, this is my favorite Verve anime because of this. Okay, so Release the Spyce also has an Easter egg from my brothers who used to always shove this thing down my throat. It was this scene in the movie called Smoking Aces where literally there's this guy who lives in a mansion and there's a whole bunch of naked models, and literally he talks to his butler and he looks at the butler, he picks up his jacket, and literally he's like, what are all these fucking bitches doing here? And literally, so he looks at this butler and the butler's like, I don't know. And literally, so he looks at the butler, there's something white on his jacket. He's like, what is this on my jacket? And the butler's like, it's a cinnamon roll. He's like, it's a cinnamon roll? It's a roll of cinnamon. And literally, I start cracking up. They kept on spamming that shit, spamming it. He's like, you think this is a cinnamon roll? It's the roll of cinnamon. No, it looks like jizz. Eastern European jizz. Literally, it was so fucking funny. They used to always do that shit. They used to always spam out of nowhere. And I thought I had autism every single time they would talk to me. It's a cinnamon roll. It's the roll of cinnamon. Literally going back and forth. My boys used to always spam that shit. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And I'm like, what do they mean by cinnamon? They mean sperm. Okay, so anyway. So Release the Spyce also comes from the spice of cinnamon. That's why they always carry a cinnamon in their mouth. But there's heavy action. It's all about spies infiltrating territories, and they're always on mission. It revolves around the Tsukage, somewhere around politics, and it was really a fun watch. Now, if you want to watch Release the Spyce, it's on Verve, but you have to get Verve Premium. It's both sub and dub. So if you really want to enjoy Release the Spyce, I highly recommend you get Verve. It's a really good streaming platform. But yes, this is my favorite custom anime thus far, and this is Release the Spyce.